Hello, beautiful souls. How are you? I know it's been a little bit since I've been on, but I'm hoping you're all feeling well and happy and healthy. And if you're struggling with any of those things, then today is the day to listen. I want to drop a little information on you today on how to successfully, scientifically live a healthier, happier life. So you may or may not have heard, in 1938, there was a study that Harvard did. And they took about 270 men from Harvard. And then they also took another 300 some odd teenagers from the inner cities of Boston. And so they took men very affluent and men from a very impoverished city. And they took these men and they studied them for 80 years. So this study has been going on now for actually over 80 years. And they have then continued studying these men and their children and their children's children and their wives. And so this study now has over, I believe it's 12 or 1,300 people total that they have done this study on. So this is not just, oh, I'm telling you something, so you should believe me. This is based on science. And this whole study was based on happiness and longevity and health. So I wanted to share something with you because we've been in these funny times where we've been, number one, quarantined and different things are going on. And number two, we're living in a very fast-paced world and we're all, connected to these devices, right? The phones, the computers, the tablets, the whatnots. And our brain is moving in machine speed. Our brain is no longer moving in human speed. So a couple of things I want to pair together with this study and giving you some very simple tidbits on how to actually utilize this in your own life. So what this study showed is that through the duration of these men's life and women's lives, because at the beginning it was only on men, and the study became on men, women, and children. So through the study of these men's lives, they followed them every 2 years. They did actual interviews with them and their family. They took blood work, medical history from them. They did everything that you can think of. They actually knew the ins and outs of their life and their family and their health. And what they discovered, that the people that were the healthiest, the people that were the happiest, the people that lived the longest had one thing in common. You know what that was? It was warm, deep connections. Warm, deep connections. So whether that's they were married and they were married with a warm, deep connection, if it was family, if it was friends, if it was community, it means that these people got together and they connected with other people. And that was a determining factor. It wasn't their cholesterol. It wasn't their DNA. It wasn't any of that. It was having warm connections. So what they've discovered is loneliness and having relationships that are full of friction and arguing and not feeling supported and loved. That is just as dangerous as smoking or alcoholism. So this is why I'm sharing with you the importance of this. And the one thing that is a huge factor that gets in the way of this, a huge wedge that gets in the way of this, is because we are moving at such fast speed, because we are constantly on these devices, because we're constantly, well, I have to do this and on to the next, and my emails and my text messages, and I'm getting pulled in all these different directions. So even though we're more connected than ever, we're more disconnected than ever as well. So a couple of simple things that you can do in order to help yourself be more successful at living a healthy, happy life. And one of those things is be where your feet are. I heard this and I'm like, that's such a simple way to describe being present. Be where your feet are. Be the best listener you know. So when you're with somebody, when you're with your spouse, when you're with your children, when you're with your friends, when you're at work, be with those people because it will improve every aspect of your life, right? Whether it's your home life, whether it's your family life, whether it's your friendships, whether it's your work life, whether it's your business. It will improve every single aspect to be where you are. Hold space for that person sitting in front of you. Engage with that person. Give them exactly what it is that you wish that you were receiving on the other end. It's be where you are. Be in the present moment. And so many of us are moving at such fast paces that we're not being present with our children, for example, with our spouses. And so if you could do one thing, is focus on being in the present moment, right? even if you know, okay, well, in 10 minutes, I got to go do X, Y, and Z, and I need to be at work, and, you know, I have to do this, and I've got to wash the dishes, and I got to do the laundry, and I got to finish this project, and whatever it is, all that's still going to be there. But focus and put your attention on the things that matter and be where you're at. And so that is my bit of information I wanted to give to you today. And I hope you find it valuable. I hope you can share this with somebody you love, but really be where your feet are. Peace and blessings. Bye.